Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and my parents' room. I mean, it's got the best lighting, so first of all, please ignore this weird hormonal breakout. It's kind of weird for my skin to be breaking out as much as it is, so I don't know what that's about, but here we are. Second of all, if you're currently thinking, why are you doing your makeup? You're not leaving the house and you're judging me for no reason, please click away. Sometimes I like to get extra cute for no reason. It's fun, it's creative, and sometimes I'm even more productive if I get a little cute and pretend I'm going to a coffee shop to do work, even though I'm not. But let's be real, I don't do my makeup every day by any means, and I definitely FaceTime a lot of friends makeup free. But when I'm bored and want to experiment or look extra fly, this is my easy, fairly quick quarantine makeup routine slash my current everyday kind of look. If you are like me and like to do your makeup for fun or just because, give this video a thumbs up and comment down below your favorite quarantine makeup product. And subscribe because it's free and why not? I want this to be mostly a makeup video when you're basically only talking to your parents or your roommates or your physically distanced friends and anyone you're video chatting with. But since it's like a get ready with me, I guess, I'm going to address my outfit and my hair real quick. I'm just not the kind of person to style my hair with heat products. So usually I'm pretty natural and I threw it in a half up, half down kind of thing just to keep my hair out of my face. I've really been enjoying going through my closet and finding cute tops and things that I hardly wear because they're kind of uncomfortable to wear for long periods of time. Like this one, if I wore it out, I would get a neck ache. So I popped it on for this video and then let's be real, I'm gonna change afterwards. And of course, I'm wearing sweatpants because so the first thing I did was I washed my face, I used my various serums and things, and I moisturized. I just did a little Sephora haul with some items that I'm actually implementing in my routine, so if you want to go check that out when you're done this video, it'll be linked over here. I usually have been skipping my primer. You can save money if you have a rather expensive primer like I do. As usual, I was influenced. Let's be real, who's gonna see your pores and the fine lines that you're trying to fill with your primer? And if you're like me, you're probably not wearing makeup long enough for it to really wear off. And who's gonna tell on video chat? So I'm just gonna skip the primer, or you can prime. I mean, you do you. But I am going to choose a foundation or a CC cream. I just want to even out some of my skin tone and then cover up a little bit of the blemishes. I don't really care if they don't really get covered up too much. So I'm going to pick a low to medium coverage kind of product. And if I plan to spend some time in the backyard, I do choose to wear SPF in my products because a lot of my skincare regimen actually makes my skin extra sensitive to SPF, but really we should all be wearing sunscreen. So today I'm going to be using the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Corrective Makeup Sunscreen. I mean, it's full coverage-ish. It does have 50 SPF. It's in the shade 112 Natural Ivory. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really love this product and it clumps and fades in a really gross way too quickly. I can sometimes make it work if I pair it with another foundation that's a little bit more matte, but I've just been using it to go through it basically. That or I'm using my IT Cosmetics CC Plus cream and mixing it in, which is probably actually what I'm gonna do today. So I'm gonna take my Skin Smoothing Complexion number 704 IT Cosmetics brush and kind of give it a pump of the CC cream. It's in the shade Light and the Maybelline one. The light shade for this CC cream is actually too dark for me, so that's why I'm mixing. Now I'm just going to blend it in, not getting my hair in it. They're both definitely not super full coverage, but it does give me just the right amount. I feel like I spent a lot of time blending, but let's be real, who's gonna see if it's just a little bit unblended? Concealer is the next step. I'll be using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer. This is the shade Fair 110. I'm just gonna use the same brush, blend it in, kind of take the excess onto my eyelids. If I need a little extra coverage, I usually use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. It's also a little lighter. It's the Light Sand shade. I have a little sample size, but for quick everyday, get the job done, I'm choosing the cheap product, especially for these times. Next step is powder. It is hot outside. I'm going to sweat and my under eyes have a tendency to crease, so this step cannot be missed. I'm using the Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder. I focus the powder underneath my eyes, a little bit on the eyelids, my temple, and my chin and around my mouth. It's a mini size because I got it as a sample when I made a purchase. And I'm gonna set my face with a different powder, the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Light 15. It's a little too dark to go under my eyes, so I opt for the Tarte one instead for that. I used 2 different Real Techniques brushes for my under eyes and my face powder. One's a small dome kind of thing that fits right in underneath my eyes, and the other one's big and fluffy. Time for the rest of my complexion. I'm gonna use this crusty Tarte set I got for Christmas a while ago. Basically, this video is mostly let's use all the products that I've replaced with new favorites because I don't necessarily wanna get rid of them and I wanna use them up, and this is kind of the perfect time to do that. For my bronzer, I'm using the Morphe R7 brush. I'm gonna dip into my Forbidden bronzer shade and just place it in the shadowy areas where I would be a little bit more bronzed. And a little on the nose because why not? And then using the Mysterious blush shade, I'm just placing some in the apples of my cheeks and then finishing off with the Hidden highlight shade. It's called Hidden, but I think it pops, right? Someone's yelling outside. You okay? I'm just putting the highlights on the high points of my face, a little bit on the nose, brow bone, and my cheekbone areas. I used the Real Techniques blush brush and a really small tapered one for my highlight. Because I'm half Greek and my eyebrows are very full and dark as it is, frick, I gotta call my mom. Because I'm half Greek and my eyebrows are already pretty full and dark as it is, I don't usually fill them in. I might do a little bit of the sparse areas if I'm doing an eyeshadow look with either this Benefit sample that I got or the Dystopian shade in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. But again, using things up while I can. Since I'm probably gonna do eyeshadow, might as well just do a little bit. They're pretty good. I had a little bald spot for some reason, but it filled in. I used a Morphe Y23 brush for not much because I don't really need it. If I'm not feeling eyeshadow, I will stop there completely and just add mascara, or sometimes I dampen a brush and use a dark eyeshadow to kind of line my upper lid. But I think today I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with some eyeshadow. Just do a simple, warm, kind of shimmery look on the eyelid. I really like doing my makeup, especially eyeshadow. I love getting creative with eyeshadow when I have nowhere to go, because if I mess up, which, let's be real, I frequently do, I'm not gonna be late for my event. Or if it's a video chat event, no one's gonna be close enough to be able to see your mess up, so it's a win-win. Anyways, I took a Real Techniques dome eyeshadow brush and kind of dipped into this Vase shade, which is a creamy off-white shade. I put it all over my lid just as a base. Now I'm gonna use this tapered blender by Real Techniques, dip into Jewel Box, and I'm just going to place it into the crease of my eye. For me, it's kind of a light bronzer shade. And sometimes I would just stop there, put on some mascara and be done, but I want shimmer today. So just to darken things up because it doesn't really translate on camera, I'm gonna dip into this a little bit darker brown shade than the one I used previously. Decor, same brush, and darken up the crease. And then I'm going to dip into a Gate. It's an even darker brown, same brush, and just focus it on the outer corner, just to darken things up a little bit more. I'm gonna take a clean Morphe M441 brush and I'm just going to rub it around the crease for some further blending. To tie everything together, I'm going to grab an M213 tiny little brush. I'm gonna grab a little bit of our transition shade and the shade slightly darker than that and run it across the bottom lash line, taking it almost to the inner corner. Almost forgot the shimmer, but I'm gonna take this Charm shade with a flat M224 brush. Kind of looks like a paintbrush. I like the shade for me. It's golden and shimmery. And I'm gonna put that on the eyelid 3/4 of the way in from the inner corner. Not being too precise because it's not really a precise look. And then I'm gonna grab a tiny little Sam Techniques. It's supposed to be a concealer brush, but I use it for inner corner highlight. I'm gonna take the highlight I used on my face, highlight the inner corner, and bring it in to meet the bottom lash line transition shade that we placed down. Well, transition mixed with the darker brown, but all right, just to make myself look a little bit awake, grab that original M441 that we used to blend and just kind of mix it all up in the crease just to make sure it's all blended and seamless and not too harsh and weird. So this is usually what I do if I want to do eye makeup, but keep it simple, not too crazy, but have a little shimmer because I love shimmer. All right, we're almost done. Because I'm going to be outside a little bit and I know that will deteriorate my face a little bit more, I'm gonna spray it with a matte finishing setting spray. It's the NYX one, but this is a step that I often forget and don't really care about. This helps that Maybelline foundation a bit since it tends to become a little more oily and things. All right, second to last step, I'm going to apply a mascara. I'm using the Milk Makeup Kush mascara. I just opened it and it's from my Sephora birthday gift. Since the brush is very big, I'm going to go into my mostly dried out Bad Gal Bang Benefit mascara and do my bottom lashes. I bought the sample size for this one as well because I feel as though I tend to not go through full sizes until they're very long past their expiry date or they're clumpy or dried out. I'm just taking this e.l.f. spoolie that's super old and running it through my lashes because I'm not a huge fan of a clumpy lash. So I just use it to separate them a little bit. And of course I got it on my skin because. And then last but not least, I'm just gonna make sure that my lips are wiped so there's no clumpy makeup bits or dry skin bits. I'm gonna use a hydrating lip tint. It's by ColourPop. It's in the shade Wakiki. It's the perfect orangey pinky nude shade. I don't know if I'm describing that correctly, but it's hydrating, gives a little tint, and it smells like summer. It's like coconutty and fun. And I think that's it. That's the finished everyday makeup look, quarantine edition. I guess here's a closer look at my face, even though it's technically not meant to be seen up close, but we'll make an exception. And yeah, that's all from me. Thank you for listening to me talk for however long this video is going to end up being. I'm sorry, future editing Teri. Be sure to check out my other videos if you're staying at home and you're bored. And don't be selfish, wear a mask. Thank you. Bye.